Yuangang grottos and Yuangang grottos are known as the three grotto art treasure hall of China. On the left, we can see the giant Buddha in Lushan, Sichuan province. The Buddha statue has 71 meters height, and it is the world's largest stone Buddha. Out of the divine palace of religion, we are in the colorful world of southwest China. In the front of left, here are the temple of Marquis in Jufu Thatch Cottage of Chengdu, which is the land of abundance. On the right, there are the statues of residents of ethnic Bai. The industrials and smart people of ethnic Bai created brilliant history in Dali areas. Next, we will enjoy the tropical landscape of Shishuan Bana. The Manfeilong Pagoda and Jinjiang Octagonal Pavilion will show you the architectural style of Hinayana. Now we will be entering the planting garden of world celebrities. There are memorial trees planted by Castro, George H.W. Bush, Henry Kissinger, and other Chinese and foreign dignitaries. These 48 dignitaries planted the trees themselves, symbolizing their friendship. Each tree is a treasure, and the 48 treasures gathered in splendid China, which interprets an unparalleled charm. Pass by the planting garden, and we are in the area of three historical towers in the south of Yangtze River. In the front of left, there is the Yueyang Tower in Hunan Province, which is known as Dongting has the best water in the world, and Yueyang has the best tower in the world, and Yellow Crane Tower in Hubei Province, which is called Unparalleled Landscape. Yueyang Tower, Yellow Crane Tower, and Pavilion of Princeton are known as the three historical towers in the south of Yangtze River. On the right, here is the famous Mount Huangshan in China. From ancient times, Mount Huangshan has its honor of no mountain is worthy to visit after seeing the 5 famous mountains. The 5 famous mountains are not worthy to visit after seeing the Mount Huangshan. The peculiar pines, grotesque rocks, sea of clouds, and hot springs are called 4 most marvelous scenic spots of Mount Huangshan. Now we're in the middle and lower reaches of Changjiang River. On the right, there are the Jiangsu and Zhejiang areas, which are the famous lands of abundance and granary in China. Here we are West Lake in Hangzhou, which is called Heaven on Earth. Hanshan Temple, an ancient temple in South China, and the delicate and pretty slender West Lake. Dear guests, time is up. Please get on the bus to have your original seats and keep yourself secured. Please do not stand up or stretch your heads or hands out of the bus. Thank you. Dear guests, after striking the spacious Asian club in Hanshan Temple and enjoying the beautiful scenery of slender West Lake, our tour bus will head for North China areas. Enjoy the most magnificent Asian architecture and the most beautiful landscape in splendid China. Now we are in the land of Shandong. Left is the temple of Confucius in Shifu, Shandong province. It was found to commemorate Confucius and his wife and the 72 sages. Right is the Mount Tai, the most famous one among the 5 famous mountains. From ancient times, Mount Tai is the emperor's praying land. Next is the world-famous royal garden, Old Summer Palace. On the left, you can see the Chengde Imperial Summer Resort in Hubei Province, which is the best preserved and largest imperial garden in China. In front of the right, you will see the first pass in the world, Shanghai Pass. The Great Wall is known as one of the 8 wonders of the world. The Great Wall in splendid China has been built for more than 2 years, with a total length of 1,100 meters. And Lao Zhewen, China's famous expert of Asian architecture, served as the General Counsel. This Great Wall was built up with over 6,500,000 little blue brick-sized matchbox. This created a Guinness World Record, and it is the landmark in splendid China. On the left, there is a royal cemetery of Ming Dynasty. Ming Dynasty tombs of 13 emperors, Chu Chan and Chu Di. Next is the Empress Mansion in Dongcheng District, Beijing. Empress Wan Yuan, the last empress of Qing Dynasty, lived here before she went to the Forbidden City. In front of the left, there is the world's largest and most complete Asian palace complex, Imperial Palace, where 24 emperors of Ming and Qing Dynasty lived and solved national affairs. Behind this spot, it is Temple of Heaven, where emperors prayed to the heaven. Nearly 9,000 pottery small-sized men vividly shows the grand scenes of big wedding and praying to heaven of emperors. Out of the Great Wall, we will enjoy the grassland scenery. On the right, there is the mausoleum of Genghis Khan of ancient Haro banner in Mongolia. In front of right, we can see the tomb of fragrant imperial concubine in Kashgar, Singh Khan, and the Grand Gate Mosque. On the top of the mountain of our left, there are the inscriptions on cliffs. On the cliffs, there are caved poems of more than 70 notable people, including Li Ruihuan, Li Keran, Xiao Kejia, and many state leaders, celebrities, and experts. Dear guests, our tour bus is heading for downhill. Please be seated carefully and keep yourself secured. The left, here is Jiayu Pass, which is known as World's Splendid Pass. It is the most complete and best preserved pass of the existing passes of Great Wall. Next, we can see the Potala Palace, located in Lhasa, Tibet. Potala Palace is the highest palace complex in China, and it enjoys the honor of Pearl on the World's Reach. The roof of the Potala Palace in this spot is made of 28,000 gold foils. Deng Xiaoping had the precious picture of his entire family in Potala Palace in splendid China in his South Tour of 1992. Dear guests, after enjoying the grand rivers and mountains of splendid China, we'll arrive at the China Folk Cultural Museum, Folk Cultural Village. If the splendid China is a static work of art with great care, then the Folk Cultural Village is a marvelous picture of China's culture with great painstaking. It is China's first large-scale cultural tourist attraction that collected various ethnic folk art, folk costumes, and residential buildings, etc. Performances of folk costumes, arts, and crafts show, and grand folk festivals demonstrate China's colorful folk costumes and ethnic cultures in multi-angles. You will fully experience the soul and charm of China's nation. Now we are entering the land of singing and dancing in Xinjiang. Under the great lines of Uyghur dwellings, you can hear sweet songs from Uyghur maize and les. The beautiful dances will show you the unique exotic landscape. Pass by the western areas, here we are at the mysterious Tibetan Plateau. In front of the left, we can see the Tibetan Buddhist temple. The building structure of Han-Tibetan combination and the adornment of different region and exotic landscape form a special grand, dignified, and straightforward styles. The Tibetan residence area in splendid China is established according to the Pala-Asian Farm in Gans, which is the exclusive, completely preserved aristocratic garden in Tibetan. On the right side ahead of us lies the costume dock of Folk Costume Village. Here are Jiangnan featured black awning boats, which can bring you to feel the water scenery of Folk Costume Village. Next, we will walk into Lowest Plateau. On the right, the four-hole Becker Kiln is typical folk house in North Shanxi. That is the birthplace of Asian legends and also the cradle of China's civilization. Dear guests, on the right side ahead of us, we can see the experience project of Far Costume Village, Tea Horse Post. Welcome to here to experience the charm of Asian Road. Now we have come to Tea Horse Road, which is made up of 3 parts, namely Folk Houses of Minorities, Tea Horse Post, and Digital Interactive Theater in Wall Palace. On the right side, you will see folk houses of minorities such as Jian, Lisu, and Wang. In the Digital Interactive Theater of Wall Palace, the lovely mascot of Wang minority, Ai Kai, will exchange a small take of costumes with you, where you can experience the long history and culture of Wang. Welcome to enter the time